everyone, I'm Becky, and if you are new here, I am really a person that is interested in beauty and what may seem like excess, but definitely in a way that is environmentally friendly. And I really try to focus on what I have and loving what I have and using it to its fullest potential instead of constantly purchasing the newest, latest, greatest thing. So if you're into that, please subscribe. But what I want to talk about today, so I talk about this a lot. I talk about I don't want to buy every single new thing, and I haven't. I bought 3 eyeshadow palettes last year. The year before that, I bought 0. If you don't know, eyeshadow is definitely my favorite. So I was really trying to think about it and think, I always say I'm not a minimalist, and I don't consider myself one. So what are my ideal makeup numbers? So if what am I working towards? Is there something I'm working towards? So I haven't really thought of this before, but I also thought it would be a good time to kind of tell you what makeup I use and what makeup I don't use. So first off, I kind of have it set out by, these are also, so this is like a 3-in-1 video. If I could only keep one, if I could only have one, I pulled it out, but it's something I have to already own. So it's not like if I could only keep one, I'd go buy this. It's like, no. So this is like, I have no idea what we're gonna call this video. No clue whatsoever, but we're working on it. So let's just get into it. So I wanted to do it in the order that which I apply my makeup. I apply primer right now because I have it, but I wouldn't. I would be fine without primer. Completely fine without primer. And then I put concealer on. Now, I only have one concealer, and it is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Medium to Full Coverage Concealer in C2. So this is the one I have, so it's obviously the only one I would keep, but it's not great. So I've been playing with this for a very long time because it's the only one I have. So I really just apply concealer on my chin because you can see I got a little bit of breakout. This is always where I break out. I'm one of those obnoxious people that's pretty blessed with clear skin. It's just how I was born. So I apply some right here, and then I apply some under my eyes, usually not necessarily to get rid of dark circles, but it is like slightly darker, very slightly. And I feel like if I don't, I just look really tired. And I am a person who is a big believer in 8 hours of sleep. There's a slew of science behind that you really do function better. Your brain is better with at least 8 hours of sleep. Some sleep scientists even say up to 10. So I pretty much always get my 8 hours of sleep because I believe in that for my job, because my job is all about my brain. So anyway, I use a little bit of concealer. This is the only one I would keep because it's the only one I have, but once I use this up, I'll definitely be like searching for more because I don't love it. I don't think it's great. All right, next. So like I said, I put some concealer here and here. And my ideal would just be to have one. I don't feel like I need a lot. I don't want to have a bunch I'm trying because concealer can take kind of a while to use up. And I don't want to feel that pressure. Like right now, so I want my bow to be a little, isn't that cute? Today, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I Disney bound. Today I'm dressed up like the flamingo from Fantasia, and I'm kind of living for it. I also decided I was going to do a really subtle makeup look. I was like, barely any makeup, and this is what we have. Very subtle, I know. So, what was I even saying? Oh, so I do think you only need one concealer. I'm completely fine with just having one. I don't feel like I need a lot more than that. Next, we have powder. I don't powder that much. I have normal to dry skin, so I don't feel like I need to. Currently, this concealer sets down without any powder. Like, I have no powder under my eyes. I think it works pretty well. Oh, I was starting to tell you. Sorry, I'm a little bit scatterbrained. I like to use this concealer with a very damp sponge. So instead of like a sponge that's like been really like wrung out, kind of crazy, like damp but like pretty dry, I like saturate this sponge and then just squeeze it a little bit because I find that this extra liquid really helps this concealer smooth out. Otherwise it like gathers and gets really crepey and disgusting. So it's not great, but it's what I have. So I'm gonna use it up. I'm not afraid to declutter makeup, but certain things that I only have one of, I don't want to declutter, you know? Next for powder, like I said, I don't really powder right now, but this is the favorite powder I have. I have the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Translucent. I mean, this is like a classic. I feel like this was so hyped up for so long. And I've had this since I was in undergrad. I graduated undergrad in 2015. It's 2021. But look, can you see that it's still like all the way full? All the way full. What are you gonna do? So, yeah, it lasts forever. There's what, like 100 grams? 65 grams. 65 grams of product in here. It's so much. I do really like this powder. For me, I think I would go to 2 powders because I also really like this powder, which is bougie. This is the Garland Meteorites. So these have different uses. This one's a setting powder. This one's a finishing powder. I know that sounds like really extra, but I love to put on this as a finishing powder. When I'm completely done, I just dust it over. And I feel like it just melds all my makeup together. It gives me like the slightest bit of like haze. Like, I don't want to say sparkle or shimmer because that sounds like a disco ball, but like just a little bit of like life, I guess. So I would like to have 2. I don't know that it would be this one. I just think it's going to be this one for the next, like for the foreseeable future. I have 3 others in my collection right now. No, 4 others in my collection right now. But that's definitely my favorite. And like I said, I think my ideal number would be 2. I think that's fine. All right. Next, I have cream eyeshadows or eyeshadow bases. So I do use a cream eyeshadow as a base a lot of times. Not every day, but most days. And then I also have some like just like typical eye primers and glitter glue. Love me some glitter glue. So I pulled out this product if like I could only keep one. But now that I think about it, I'm going to change it. You know, that's fine. That's allowed. There are no rules. So actually, let me just pull this over here. If I could only keep one, it'd be this Too Faced, this NYX glitter glue. I got this, I don't know, a while ago. I really like it. I did lose the top. So if you don't know, I got married in December. I'm a newlywed. Hello, beautiful. And I did my makeup. I did my mom's makeup and my sister's makeup. And I needed some glitter glue because, yes, I did have some sparkles. It wasn't this extreme of sparkle, but we had some sparkles on the wedding day, of course. So, I lost the top in the middle of wedding craziness because I did our makeup so this is actually what happened. I did everybody's makeup for the tea party because we had a tea party the day before the wedding. And then we had the rehearsal dinner, so then I like zhuzhed up everyone's makeup for like a nighttime event. And then I did everybody's makeup for the wedding. And between doing makeup for like 9 times in 2 days, I lost the lid. But I use this all the time when I do sparkle shadows. I love this. If I could only keep one, it would be this. But my ideal number, I don't know. Because I love cream bases and I think they add a lot. So maybe, I don't know. My big thing is I don't want to have repeats, you know, like right now I've got like 3 or 4 blue ones. That seems excessive. I don't need that many blue ones. I've got like 3 silvers, a couple of nudes. So I just really want to have like a couple of a nude, a glitter glue, and then a few other shades to play with. So like I like a gold. I wear a lot of pink. And then maybe like 2 others, just that, you know, like rotate out depending on like what makeup I'm really feeling at the moment. So that'd be 6. That seems realistic to me. Yeah, so that's kind of what I feel as far as cream bases or eyeshadow bases or whatever. I don't like concealer as a base. Well, let me say the caveat. I've only tried this one because it's the only concealer I've had for over a year. Was that true? Maybe not over a year. For a good long while, this is the only concealer I've had. So this is the only one I've tried as an eyeshadow base, and I didn't like that. So there you go. Okay, now we go on to the main event, eyeshadow. I love eyeshadow. It's my favorite. If I could only do one kind of makeup every day, it'd be eyeshadow, and don't think it'd be subtle. No, ma'am. I love color. I love excess. that's why I say, like, I do feel like I have a unique niche because, like, I am environmentally friendly. I do want to focus on sustainability and not just buying, but what I do buy is not subtle. It's not minimal. It's excess. So if I could only keep one eyeshadow or one eyeshadow product, this was hard. And I'm gonna go with something that's like kind of obvious, but it's still the truth, so I'm gonna, you know, whatever. And it's the Kat Von D Me Vida Loca remix, or KVD Beauty as they are now known. This came out in, I want to say it was Christmas of 2016. Is that accurate? I believe so. Right now it is still working, though I do think like in the next few, maybe the next year, it'll be time. It'll like have sung its swan song, if you will. But it's still good, and you can do everything. And I've gotten really into mixing my eyeshadows. Like, this red is a little too orangey red, so I mix it with this Vox shade, this brown, and I love it. And then like I just can mix this, like if this isn't quite bright enough, I mix it with some of this yellow. I've been mixing eyeshadow a lot recently, which also means I don't need to have as much because I can just mix what I want. Also, for brows, I like a powder, and that's it. That's all I do for my brows. Sometimes it goes a little like astray, but you know what? I just clean it up. I'm not a model. I can clean up my eye makeup within the day. It doesn't like get ridiculous. So this Vox shade works for a brow shade for me. So this is great. This is 24 eyeshadows, and I feel like I could go forever with it, but obviously it'll go bad. Now, my ideal, this was hard. This was very challenging. So what I think, for me, my ideal makeup collection for eyeshadow between, like, not including cream eyeshadows, but like glitters, singles, and palettes, like accumulation, if I had to count them, I think my ideal would be 100. I think with 100 eyeshadows, you can get a ton of different looks. I can always, and if I don't have exactly what I want, I can create it. And if, and I mean, it might go bad, but like it'd be very rare for something to go bad if I like really got to use. Because again, just like the cream eyeshadows, I don't want 100 eyeshadows where like 7 of them are a dark brown and 3 of them are a shimmery white and then like 4 are a bright blue. You know, no, I want like 100 distinct eyeshadow shades, which is why I've said many times, and I'll say it again, I haven't bought eyeshadow in a while, but when I do decide to purchase eyeshadow, I think it will definitely be singles, because almost every palette has certain things that I already have in excess. I have 28 eyeshadow palettes right now. I definitely have more than 100 eyeshadows. I keep telling you I'm gonna do an what do you call it? An inventory, and I'm going to. I just want to finish my lip product collection declutter first, and we're getting there. We're on the way. So that's kind of how I feel about eyeshadow. I also think that with 100, like, you will use things up occasionally, and you can trade in new things, because like obviously preferences change. Right now, this eyeshadow look, my subtle eyeshadow look for the day, is kind of the epitome of what I love in makeup. But in like 3 years, I might be like, why did I wear so much pink eyeshadow? Girl, please stop. You know, so you can change it with what you're feeling and what you're loving at the time with 100 eyeshadows. I think that's realistic. Also, I should say, currently, I have an Alex 6 drawer, and that's how I store my makeup. And I also have a little lucite container on top that my mom gave me, I don't know. It's when I was in my master's. I graduated that in 2018. So I've had it for like 4 years, maybe, because something like that. And so I have that in this. It's not pretty. It's not, I mean, it's functional, but it's not like, ooh, I love to put on my makeup and sit at my throne. Also, I sit on this. That's John's bathroom. This is, we call it the Kanga Ottoman, because if you touch it, it feels like Kanga. It is hideous. I got it my freshman year of college, so in 2011, I got it, and it still works. But like, do I feel like a 28-year-old professional when I put makeup on like that? Not really. So I would eventually, my like kind of idea is that when we move, we might leave the Alex 6 And I would like to buy a vanity, like a pretty vanity. Not one that looks, I don't like modern. I like very antique style of furniture. That's what I like. Not distressed though. I don't like distressed furniture. I like beautiful antique furniture, and I think I would love a vanity. So I also like think of that when I think of these ideal makeup numbers, because I don't want an Alex 6 drawer anymore. I want a vanity. All right, so there you go, 100 eyeshadows. That seems good. Next, we'll go with mascara. I only have one mascara open, and then how many do I have? We can just count real quick. This is like a sneak peek of the inventory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 in here, and then 1 open. So, like, I guess this has to be the one I would keep because it's the only one I have open. It's the CoverGirl So Lashy. Do I think it's great? No. I like a very volumizing mascara. My favorite mascara I've ever tried is probably the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. That seems accurate. I think that would be my favorite. But I don't have that one right now, so it breaks my rules. As far as my ideal makeup numbers, I just want one mascara. I know some people love a mascara concoction where they, I don't know, they like put on like 17 mascaras and they're like, look how beautiful this is. That's not me. I want one mascara to do it all, and that's it. I don't want a concoction, so I just am a one mascara gal. And people talk about high-end mascara versus drugstore and all that. To me, and you know, this has to be your own choices, I think I could justify paying the price of the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara if that was the only mascara I owned, and I just used it up and then I bought a new one, and used it up and bought a new one, if it really was my favorite, you know? So that's just my feelings about it. I just think I need one. Some people, if you are a person that loves layering your mascara, go you good thing. I want to say that because we're going to get into some things very soon. Like, oh, I didn't even say this. You may notice I don't have a foundation. I don't wear foundation anymore. I used to have like 30 foundations because I watched YouTube and people had foundations and I thought I needed foundations. I don't have any, like I said, I'm just going to use eyeshadow for my brows. I don't need that. And I felt like so long I had to have it. It was like a requirement. It's not. You know, I say for me, 100 eyeshadows is a good number. If you don't like eyeshadow, if you're like, I want to put on a shimmery gold every day and be done, excellent. Go you good thing, just have one. That's totally fine. These are just my numbers to kind of make you think what would be your ideal number and how do you use makeup. And also just to reiterate, you don't have to use every type of makeup. I don't use foundation anymore. Like I said, I have concealer here and here. I have no powder on. This is my face. I have good skin. I'm not going to cover it up with foundation just because I feel like I'm supposed to. I'm over that. I'm over it. I own one foundation. I'll probably use it up as concealer. It's a little too dark for me right now because we are in the height of winter. But there you go. Next, pencil eyeliners. So I like a pencil eyeliner for, what is this called? The inner, not the inner corner. The lower lash line? Not even, because that's this. The inner rim, but not the top part, just the bottom part. I don't do the top part. The top part freaks me out. And so what I like to do with that is a light one. This is my favorite. It's been discontinued. You'll see a lot of these things have been discontinued because I'm not continually buying so much makeup. So that does mean that some things get discontinued. And I still have it. This is the Annabelle Waterline Liner in the shade Lavender. It's great. I got it when I was in Canada. I mean, I would like to show you how big it is. It's still, I mean, we've got lots of product. But this just gives you a little bit of purple. I stopped doing upper liner a while ago, and I kind of love it. My eyes are so hooded that so like you can see, like when I open my eyes all the way, you can only really see this little sliver. That's also why I kind of bring my makeup up higher than a lot of people, just to give you like a little bit more of a glimpse of what I've done. But when I put on eyeliner, it like covers up everything, and I don't really like that. So I've stopped wearing eyeliner. And I'm here for it. I'm here for the look. But I still like one in the inner rim. So, Waterline. This literally says Waterline on it. That's what I want. I still like eyeliner in the Waterline. This one's my favorite. I would say my ideal, let me just think about it. Like a whitey nude, purple, blue, green, yellow. Let's put in 2 more colors that I can't think of right now. 7. I do like a brown and a black. I like a brown. Maybe a black. I don't know. So maybe we need more than 7. Maybe we need 10. 10 seems good, you know, because then you can get some variation, but you don't have too many. Because like right now, I did recently, I don't know, a few months ago, I did an eyeliner declutter and I had 30 and I got down to like 20. I got rid of a third of them. And like I had, like of those 30, I want to say I had like, I don't know, 7 black. I don't need that many black. I don't want to have all this repetition in my collection. Again, for the vanity. Everything's about getting a vanity. So, that's what I like because I do like a little bit of color here. If you don't like a little bit of color, you don't need that much. If you're like, I love a black and that's all I want, excellent. If you love foundation, put foundation in your ideals. I just don't. We're out of coffee. What a bummer. Okay, next. Liquid liner. So I said I don't do like a top liner anymore, and that's true, but occasionally I still like a wing. I love a wing. And I like to use colored eyeliner. I know, we're shocked. So my favorite eyeliner at the moment that I own is this. This is the NYX Vivid Brights in the shade Fire. Yeah, I've done a full review of this because I have this one and a green one. They're excellent. I love them. I could not recommend these highly enough. And they're not very expensive. They're NYX. Interesting. Do we notice that there's a drugstore theme here? I just noticed. That's interesting. These are absolutely amazing. So that's my favorite one that I own. How many would I like to own? I don't wear these all the time, so like having a huge collection seems a little excessive, but I do like color. I like a black one. I love my red one. Green, blue, purple, something sparkly. So that's 6. Let's say 8. 8 is my ideal makeup collection for liquid liners. Because also like I had like 3 or 4 blacks, but I've used them all. You know what I mean? So these are the idea. These are the ideal. And that doesn't mean that when you get down to 7, you have to buy an 8th one. It just means like that's what I would kind of think is an appropriate amount for how I do makeup. Next, cheek products, blush and highlighter. I'm over bronzer. I still have some. I used to contour every day. Actually, that's a lie. I used to do cream, contour, blush, highlight, and then put powder over it every single day of my life. How absurd is that? It took so much time. I didn't enjoy it. I don't love cheek products. I don't. They're not for me. I mean, I wear them. I think I don't want none. Like I want no foundation. But I you know, at one point I literally had over 60 highlighters. Why? Because everyone loved highlighters and I was told I was supposed to have them. You don't. Have what you want. And again, I think for everybody, it's important to not have a bunch of the exact same thing. So my favorite, blush and highlighter, because we're over bronzer. I'm over it. I still have some. I very rarely use it, but I could have none and be happy. Today. Tomorrow I might love bronzer. You know, this is all based on what I'm feeling today. This is the MAC Nutcracker Sweet Peach Face Compact. We've got the highlighter in Tutu, the blush in At Dusk. It is broken. This is amazing. I wore both of these on my wedding day. I love it. I love it so much. I think it's beautiful. Look. Look, it's just so nice. I don't know. For me, that's the ideal. Where? I lost my little washcloth. That's fine. I'll find it eventually. So this is my favorite, and I truly do love it. Now my ideal numbers. I like a gold highlight. I like a champagne highlight. I like a pinky highlight. I like a purpley highlight. Let's just say 5. 5's my favorite number anyway. 5 highlighters. That seems enough to me. I also like to use highlighters on the inner corner. And let's not forget that eyeshadow can double as cheek products can double as eyeshadow. They can, it's all one and the same. It is, and it's fine. I use highlighters on my inner corner all the time. I use eyeshadow on my cheeks all the time. It's fine. So actually, today, this this pink, like crease transition shade, that's a blush. It is. I think my cheek products, yeah, my cheek products are both actual cheek products. So, 5 highlighters, 5 blushes. I don't need that much more. Now, if you love blush, that's fine. Get, you know, I just think it's important to realize you don't need multiples of the same thing. You don't. Nobody does. Unless you're like a makeup artist, of course. But like for a consumer, you don't. And again, with 5, love them. Use them up. If you decide, you know what, I had a pink blush. I thought I loved it. I think I would like to try a green blush. I don't know. Maybe you want to rock a green blush. Buy a green blush when you use up that one. Use eyeshadow as a blush. It's fine. You know, I don't know. I think 5 and 5 is a good number for me. Again, getting to this vanity would be great. And last, we have lip products. Now, if you know me, you know I love a bright lip product. Specifically, I love a red. I don't have red on today. I love what I have on today. But red is my favorite. And if I could only keep one of what I have now, it would be this. This is the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in the shade Beso. I wore this on my wedding day. I wore like 3 lipsticks on my wedding day, but this is one of them. It's so pretty. It's so good. It's a bright red. I like bright lips. Occasionally I wear a nude. I'm not saying I never wear a nude, but not very often. So when I think about, also similar to my mascara, I don't love like 17 lip products on. I wear one. One at a time. I put one in my bag. That's all I feel like I need. So, let's think. If I could only have, I mean, that's why if I could only keep one. What is my ideal? A red matte, a red glossy, a pink matte, a pink glossy, a purple matte, a purple glossy, a couple of nudes that are different shades. So 10. You know, we'll just round up 10. 10 lip products seems like enough to me. Yeah, I feel like that's as much as I need because I don't love lip products. I mean, I like them, but again, eyeshadow is my favorite. It's just my favorite. So I think having 10 lip products would make me happy. I have a lot more than 10. I had 200 when I started my lip product declutter. We're getting down. I don't know how, oh, I forgot I was out of that. I don't know how many we have right now, but less than 200. And then the last thing that I didn't think about until I sat down, so I haven't picked one out, is nail polish. Because I have a whole nail polish rack. What's the ideal number of nail polish? Now, nail polish to me is a little different because it's hard to mix. You can layer different colors, but it's hard to mix. And you really can tell the difference between the colors because like they're just on your nails. So for me, the number that's like sticking in my mind is 20. Because I do use up nail polish, not like often, not all the time. But like I use up nail polish, and again, you can have the collection that speaks to you, that you love at the moment, and then get a new collection, you know, and then when you use up one to say, do you want to repurchase that? Do you want something new? I think 20 is good. 20 very distinct shades, again. Yeah, that seems reasonable to me. So, I hope this was interesting. I gotta pick out one, don't I? If I could only keep one of the nail polish, oh. Would it be that one? It'd be that one. Okay, let me show you. If I could only keep one nail polish of all the nail polishes that I own, it'd be this. This is the KB Shimmer Nail Polish in Rose Glow. This was for polish pickup, so they don't sell this all the time. I love polish pickup. Look at this. It is a pink holographic nail polish. It is everything that speaks to me. I've worn it twice already, and I've had it for 2 months, and I have so many nail polishes. So yeah, I think 20. So I like this. I want to keep this in mind when I'm purchasing, you know, in the future. Like I said, I try not to purchase too much makeup, and I've been really good about that. But when I'm purchasing in the future, to think, okay, how you know, I said 10 pencil liners is my ideal. How many do I have? Do I really need to purchase another one? No, I'm okay. I can hold off. I said 100 eyeshadows is my ideal. How many do I have? You know, and I'm not saying I'm going to declutter to get to those numbers right now, but it's just something to keep in mind, because I think it's good to keep these things in mind when you're not in the middle of shopping. You know, like to establish it now, and then when I am like feeling the shopping urge, remember, how many do I think is good? And I really would truly love to be able to get rid of this Alex 6 drawers, which I got in Christmas of 2013. So I've had it for a very long time, you know, and I could definitely like donate it. And so it would still like, you know, have a life. But I just think for me, it was great for a very long time. But for me at this stage, I would like vanity. So I hope you found this interesting and helpful and maybe fun and maybe made you think about your collection and what you love, because that's my goal. My goal is not to show you a bunch of things that I think you need to go buy. My goal is to make you think about your collection. What do you love? What makes you happy? And why do you not need to buy a million things? So I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you have any questions, requests, suggestions, or comments, leave them down below. I love to talk to y'all. It's so much fun. I love to hear your feedback. I love to hear your suggestions. Y'all have great ideas, and I love it. So, yeah, I'll just see y'all real soon. Bye.